How to make $1,600 per day with your Shopify store completely with free traffic and no paying for ads, and consistently doing that over a couple of days or even weeks. In this video, I'm gonna interview one of my most successful students, Washington, who was able to do it and make $5,500 on a Shopify store over the course of 5 days, all with free traffic and one viral Facebook ad that just went absolutely crazy. He spent around $100 on it. It just went absolutely crazy and it started getting sales and visits and visits. Let's go into it right now. And before we start, a quick note, I'm giving away a free step-by-step guide from 0 all the way up to 10,000 per day on your Shopify store. If you're interested in that, make sure to comment automate. We teach people how to automate their Shopify business. Subscribe, hit that notification bell and that like button if you enjoyed the interview. Let's go on to see Washington's strategies and how you can implement them to your Shopify store. Hey, what is up, guys? I'm here with my student Washington, who is absolutely killing it with his Shopify store. He made $1,400 in a single day, and now is consistently hitting about $1,000 per day in revenue, and with a really nice return, with a really nice profit margin. So introduce yourself. What is your store? Talk a little bit about the story behind it, and then how you're able to absolutely crush like again and again and again, especially that day of like 1,400 organically. So I'll leave you the space.
Yeah, sure thing. All right, so thanks for having me. I know I've been like in the dropshipping game for a little bit, maybe over a couple of years, almost 2 years, and kind of struggled to have any sort of success. I mean, I've been getting revenues, but it's not been profitable. And so, it's been quite a journey, and I think I'm getting some good traction and trying to just be profitable from here on out. So the story behind this this ad that kind of went viral, so to speak, it's a new store because since Chinese New Year started, I couldn't run any ads, no revenues or no sales coming in, and so I took the time to start a new brand, a new store in towards the end of January. And it's a brand new store, it's a niche store. And so I started running ads last Friday. So just over a week ago, I started brand new store, brand new product, brand new ad account, brand new pixel. Everything was brand new when I started on Friday. And like almost immediately, throughout the day on Friday, I started getting sales, and I think I ended the day at maybe 9 or 10 sales profitably. I spent about $90, had 5 ad sets, and a couple of the ad sets had like ROAS of 8 and 5. And so I knew that the product was very, very promising. And so my next step was to ensure that I could actually source the product. I was adamant that for this brand and this store, I would be sourcing from the US because in the past, recent past, I've had my ad account been disabled. I have feedback score that's like below 2. And, we all know that when it's below 2, you get penalized and you could have your ad account in jeopardy and your business manager in jeopardy. And so I wanted to start this brand off on the right footing. And so part of that is finding reliable suppliers. Luckily, I thought at the time I had found one because he had, it was an AliExpress supplier. He had shipping from the US with 4 to 7 day USPS shipping. So I'm like, I'm saying to myself, hey, good, that's what I wanted. But the unfortunate thing about that is that some of these AliExpress suppliers, they are not truthful when they say ship from the US. They're probably shipping from China or using faster shipping. And so Saturday morning, I posted in the group because I wanted to have some feedback or some pointers. And when I posted, people were saying that, they have been burnt recently because, even though these suppliers say that they're shipping from the US, they really aren't, because in some cases they take very long to ship out, and in some cases they don't even ship at all. They're not responding because either they are on holidays still, factories are still closed, or the virus situation kind of prevents them from doing anything. But at the same time, they're still showing on the listing that they are shipping from the US, which is kind of untruth. And so I got scared when I heard other people sharing what has happened to them. And so like almost instantly on Saturday, like before midday, I just paused all my ads. Just to be on the safe side, out of an abundance of caution, I did that because I didn't want, to have problems down the road with getting, a lot of orders and not being able to fulfill them. And so that was Saturday, like midday, and even by then I had already gotten like 4 or 5 sales, profitably again. And so for the rest of the day, I got maybe another handful of sales. I didn't think anything of it because my ads were paused, so I thought maybe it was some residual sales coming in. Then on Sunday morning when I woke up, I had maybe 7 or 10 sales already. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? And then throughout the day, I kept on getting sales, like, 2, 3 every hour. And when I finally went onto my store to check, I could see the live view. There were like, 20, 30, 40 people on the store at one time. So that definitely told me that, something magical was happening. Um, and throughout Sunday, actually for the next 2 or 3 days, I had constant traffic, 30 people, 40 people, 50 people on the store all at once. And so, the summary of that is ended up getting about 25,000 people visiting the store from Sunday till about Wednesday.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like my best day was probably around $1,500 on Monday, I believe. Yeah, so after I don't know 3 or 4 days, the organic traffic or free traffic started dying down, but by then I gotten like almost $5,000 in sales, and that many people visiting the store. So that was just fantastic.
That's amazing. And it was basically an ad that became viral and then it just starting to get sales even after you post the ad. So that's a Shopify store owner's dream. They
Yes.
make
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the unfortunate thing is that like I couldn't really capitalize fully in terms of the revenue coming in because I couldn't like keep on selling hundreds of products and not be able to ship them reliably. And so throughout that time, what I did was to have some of the products, some of the variations out of stock on the store, and then eventually I put the store to like a pre-order thingy, so just to kind of slow down the sales until I can figure out sourcing.
Got it. And what would you say, like, if somebody were to ask you, okay, I want to make an ad go viral? I know it's not, the easiest thing to replicate, but what would you say you've thought about, this is why or this might be why? Just so people watching can think, okay, if I want to make my ad go viral, what do I do?
Okay. All right. So before I answer that, let me share my screen.
Cool.
If we can zoom in on this. So this is when I started the ads on the 14th, and this is all I spent. Yeah, everything else was turned off. So this is just a summary of the revenue from those 4 or 5 days when I was getting the free traffic. So this is when I started the ads, right? Very little revenue there, but then the free traffic started on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it's sort of tapered off. But I mean, already over $5,000 on the store, which was like less than a week old.
5,000 in 5 days, or
Yeah.
from just a viral ad. That's insane.
Yep.
And just a quick note to clarify, even if that wasn't clear on the interview, he spent a little bit on ads. So he spent around $200, $300 on ads. And then he started getting all the free traffic. And that's when he started making the 1,600 a day, 1,000 per day, 1,000 again and again. So he did spend a little bit on ads. I know I'm going to get that in the comments, so I wanted to clarify it. And then he started making a bunch of money. So even if you have a little bit of money, you can spend it on ads and create a viral ad like he was talking about, and then start getting the amazing free traffic. Let's go back to the interview.
Awesome.
Yeah, just some analytics for those few days, so you can see the peak and the mountains and the valleys sort of forming. Yeah, so lots of add to carts, lots of checkouts, and of course those conversions.
And when it comes to, what made your ad go viral, what do you think that could be?
Okay, so I think there are maybe 3 or 4 main reasons for that, and I'll kind of walk through maybe each of them very briefly. So when I created the ads, I used dynamic creative, and so that allowed me to add, multiple descriptions, multiple headlines, and multiple creatives for the ad itself, and so for a while I had no idea like what combination was resulting in this virality or even the sales. So the first thing is the ad copy. So the ad copy was very simple, and actually I had no emojis in the ad copy. Maybe there was one emoji, like the hand that points to the order now, the link. Maybe that was the only emoji in the copy. And so it had 3 sentences. The first sentence was literally 4 words, and that sentence kind of honed in on emotion, right? It sold the product on emotion. And I believe the emotion that I targeted was fear or, protection, that sort of thing. Second sentence was some talk about the benefits, or summed up the benefits and the uses for the product, because the product has multiple uses. And so I felt like, it would be good to like kind of point out very, very quickly what those benefits were in just one sentence. And then the last thing was like a call to action, like order here and the link to the store. So that was the first thing. And the other thing is that, I am in the niche that I'm selling to. So it's like I'm the target audience. And so it kind of helps if what resonates with the people you're trying to market to. So I think that kind of really helped me to know what to say and what to kind of present in the copy. All right, so the second thing is the creative. So for the creative, all I used was an image, and it was an image of the product being used. And one of the things that I think kind of stood out is the fact that as soon as you see the image, you know exactly what the product is and what it does. So you don't even have to read the copy to kind of know what that product is. So as you're scrolling, you can see what it is. So it kind of stands out that way. Um, let's see.
Yeah, so you would say strong emotion like fear,
Mhm.
then directly calling out what the product does,
Yep.
and then in the image it would be the product in use. And that's interesting that it was an image. I thought it was a video.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And I think, the fact that as you see, if you're scrolling on Facebook and as soon as you see this image, you know what it is. So you don't have to like wait 3 seconds to kind of, if it was a video, to see what it is. Like you see it instantly. And people in the niche recognize it like immediately. So yeah,
That's
so I think
that you
that's,
are part of the niche. Like
yep.
you are your own audience. Good. That's awesome.
Exactly. So the third thing I would say is that the product itself is not saturated. It's you know the product is very popular in the niche. Like a lot of people use it, but the variation of the product is what is new or unique. So a lot of people would never have seen this variation of the product before. So I
Got
think that is like one of the main like selling points of the product, that it's unique, and they would not have seen it before. So I think that kind of contributed to like people sharing it. As soon as they see it, they're like, oh, I'm thinking of this person who would love this, and they just share it away or stuff like that.
That's what happens with a lot of like print on demand shops and stores. It's a particular design that goes viral just because people think, oh, this guy might think it's funny, or this guy might think
Yep.
or might need it. So that's an awesome point there.
Exactly. And I think the last thing I would say is just the overall shareability and relatability of the product. It solves a very big problem. Well, I don't know if it's a big problem, but it's people in this niche. Almost everyone experiences what this product addresses, and so it's like the uniqueness of the product itself and the fact that it helps this pain point that almost everybody in the niche experiences. I think kind of helps with it being very, very shareable, very relatable, and people just want to maybe have it just to solve their problem.
That's awesome, man. And thank you for sharing all of that. Thank you for sharing your results, because that's awesome.
Yeah,
wow, 21,000 likes.
Yeah, I forgot to show you this. So, when all of this free traffic was happening, I was kind of struggling to understand where it was coming from. And I just forgot to take the time to like maybe go in my ads manager and look at the page post or the ad post. Because first I thought it was maybe somebody shared it in a group that was very large, and so a lot of people saw it. But the fact that the traffic was consistent for like 3-4 days, that told me that maybe it's not somebody sharing it in a group, but maybe multiple people sharing it. So I found these things. So these are like individual variations of the ad. So this is one of the ads. It has like, I don't know, 21,000 likes, over 5,000 shares. And I thought, well, that was amazing. Then I found another variation of the ad that had 15,000, engagement, over 2,000 shares. And if that wasn't enough, I found another variation that had these numbers.
Damn, 20,000 shares almost.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. So like I have no idea how this happened. It's like, I don't know, just the cascading effect of people sharing it, and the person they shared it to another person, and it just, the domino effect just continued, and ended up with these numbers. So
that's amazing, man. I'll try to replicate that again, because that's, it's amazing. It's really a dream, like, for everybody to have an ad to go that viral.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's insane, man. Awesome work, man.
Yep. And so like now the challenge for me now is to capitalize on all this free traffic. Already I'm trying to do that with the emails that I've captured, over 1,500 emails from those visitors to my store. Over 26,000 people viewed content. So I can create like very rich lookalike audiences from all that all that exposure, all those people who actually have been pixeled by my ad account. So I'm just trying to make sure that I capitalize on that and use that to propel my store to greater heights.
Awesome, man. Congrats on all the results. Thank you for sharing absolutely everything with us today. Good work, man.
All right. Thank you for watching this full uncut interview of Washington, how he did it, what type of ads he ran, and exactly how he got that ad to go absolutely viral. He just started getting a lot of visitors, a lot of sales, and now is growing his store to the next level. If you want to become like Washington and be one of my students and work with me directly and my team to take your Shopify store to the next level, make sure to click that first link in the description down below and apply to mentor with me and my team. We'll teach you absolutely everything I know about growing Shopify stores and help you directly and basically teach you all that you need to get your Shopify store up and running and profitable. So click that first link, apply as best as possible, and I will see you on the call. Me or somebody in my team will be there with you. And if you're interested in these types of videos and want to hear another case study about how my student Eva went from 0 all the way up to 20,000 per day, check the video that's going to pop up right there. There's going to be a square here from YouTube. You're going to click that and see that video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment automate down below for that free step-by-step guide. Like the video and make sure to schedule a application call with the first link in the description. I will see you on the next video.